Welcome back to Recharge with Bret. My name is Bret Batchelor, Training Coordinator here at NCT 911, and today we're going to talk about TC Appreciation Week. So today we're going to be talking about National Public Safety Telecommunications Week, or as we like to call it, TC Appreciation Week, which is going to be a week-long celebration to recognize and just thank those telecommunicators all across our great nation who provide service to our community, to our citizens, and our first responders 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And when did this week really get started off officially? We go back to 1994. President Clinton signed the proclamation that made the second week of April National Public Safety Telecommunication Week. So every year, second week of April, and this year it's going to be April 10th to April 16th. So let's talk about the history of TC Appreciation Week. We're going to go back a long time, over 40 years ago, which is crazy to think about. 40 years ago, back to 1981, to California, to the Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office. So it was the end of April. The sheriff at the agency was wanting to recognize and celebrate his administrative staff and secretaries because the last week of April was Administrative Secretary Appreciation Week. So he decided, the sheriff said, you know what, I'm going to take all admin staff out, I'm going to take them to lunch today. Got everybody ready, gathered the staff up, and then realized, uh-oh, who's going to answer all these calls? So the way the agency worked is after hours, when all the staff left, they would forward the phones to dispatch. Dispatch would handle it, basically tell the callers, call back between normal business hours, not a big deal. At night, the call volume was low. It really wasn't a huge impact to dispatch. So, since that's how they normally did things, that's how they did things this time. So at about 11 o'clock, all the front-end staff and the sheriff left, and they hit the switch and forwarded everything to dispatch without telling dispatch. And since it's 11 o'clock, they're going to lunch. Dispatch is going to lunch too. At minimum staffing, we're getting our meal breaks, and we're completely caught off guard with this huge influx of volume. Knowing that this was wrong, dispatch started shooting the calls right back to admin, and it was getting forwarded right back. Not understanding, dispatch sent somebody up front to see what's going on. Everybody was gone. Fast forward 2 hours later, after the sheriff took the admin staff out for a very nice lunch, I'm sure, they returned, admin staff were none the wiser, sat down, canceled the forward, got back to business as usual. Well, the dispatch supervisor at the time, Patricia Anderson, went to have a chat with the sheriff. Didn't make a big deal, very professional, just went to chat with him. Give you a little background on Patricia. She was a very tenured dispatcher at this agency. She was tenured when the now sheriff was hired on as a deputy. So she had been there for a long time, very well respected, very well liked. Went to talk to the sheriff and just tell him, here's what's happened. We were getting blown up with calls. Less than an hour later, the sheriff shows up at a dispatch with a huge, beautiful cake. And what does the cake say? Happy Dispatcher Week. Very smart sheriff. You know, and that's still the case as far as dispatch. You get on dispatch's bad side, the way to our heart is always with food or an energy drink. From them going forward, the sheriff, undersheriff, and the dispatch supervisor, Miss Anderson, really got together and started the initiative that culminated in Telecommunicator Appreciation Week. And you know, it's really on brand for dispatch, the way it kind of just fell into place. We were trying to make a correction and fix a mistake. What we realized is we really had a great opportunity to recognize all telecommunicators do. Now let's talk about the importance of why this week is so special. As a telecommunicator, the callers we deal with all the time are having such intense emotions, from fear to anger to hate to sadness. And as a telecommunicator, the standard for our position is perfection. You can't make an error because that error can be so costly. And as a telecommunicator, we're not looking for everybody, look at us, look what we do. This is a position and a career of service. But it's still nice to be recognized and remembered. And when you have those tough calls and have this industry, it's so important to remember the people we serve appreciate us and we're recognized. And you know, what can we do for those telecommunicators you know, or if you don't know, what you can do in this time? Well, like we talked about, food is always good. We're always ready to eat. We're always interested in an energy drink. You can reach out to your local agencies and do that, but just let those telecommunicators in your life know you appreciate what they do. Missing time with their family, spending time to be there to take care of your family 24/7 all the time is a lot. and just knowing you're appreciated and your work is valued is so important. And if you're wondering why I'm looking so sharp today, I know you've been wondering. I'm dressed up in honor of our 911 gala we're holding this year. It's been a little bit on pause because of COVID. We're having a black tie cocktail affair. We're dressing up, having a really fancy night out, just celebrating our TCs, everything they've done, especially after everything we've had to do in this pandemic. So today we talked about TC Appreciation Week, what it is, the history of it, the importance, and really what you can do. Now we're going to get on to everyone's favorite part, our taste test. So today we're going to be taste testing the very new, exclusive, maybe not out near you yet, the Ghost Energy Drink Swedish Fish. All right, let's give it a taste. Ooh, very good, very on brand for Swedish Fish, really good. Not overly sweet, got a little bit of tartness, really good. So let's go through our rating scales. So the look, I really like the look. I love that it's got the fish scales. Make sure you zoom in and you can see that. The fish scales there on the Swedish Fish, very on brand. A little treat here, we're gonna also add a little bonus piece. We're gonna see how real it is compared to the snack. So the outside of the can I really love, so we're gonna give that 5. For the flavor, I really like it to a 4, and it's a Ghost Energy drink, so it's gonna have those wonderful 300 milligrams of caffeine to keep you moving. So we're gonna give it a 5 there, so a super good score. All right, so let's give it a taste. For those wondering, yes, this is my children's candy I took for today. All right, so let's give it a taste. As you can see, on brand, that classic Swedish Fish. So you gotta know, you're gonna hit that classic Swedish Fish taste, very good. But honestly, at Ghost, you're better. Much better in the energy drink. So Swedish Fish, you do a great job, but maybe step your game up and get on that Ghost level. It's delicious. So make sure, if you see it out, give that Ghost Energy drink a try. Check out that Swedish Fish. So thanks for joining me today with Recharge with Bret. We talked about TC Week, the history, the importance, really what you can do. Reviewed another delicious energy drink from Ghost. Had a bonus flavor comparison. Maybe we'll see about doing that in the future if that's possible. But make sure to follow me, NCT911/training, for everything coming out on our training courses, everything we have available. We just really want to give you the skills to succeed. Like we say, prepare for excellence, discover resilience. Until next time, stay charged.